Today we are restoring this miniature, or destroying it. I'm going to start off with a couple of glamour shots just to preserve what I will erase once I get started. It's clear that the person who originally painted this was not a novice, because those lines are pretty darn clean. However, every raised edge has the paint grinded off as if this was never sealed after it was painted. The first thing I would like to do is liven up that magic circle with a generous portion of neon colors. These are just standard cheap paints from Peso Commander. They don't go on very thick, which is actually a boon for this paint process, because there is a bit of translucence in that spell circle. It also looks like they were going for an effect where the entire arm was enhanced by necrotic energy. I'm going to attempt to replace this by matching the arm with the rest of the figure and then attempting a glowing effect. I wanted to touch up the beard around the mustache area, and since he doesn't have a nose, that was a little weird looking when I finished. The last thing that I had to tackle was the horribly damaged skirt, mimicking the subtle color change with the latitude. To jazz up the skirt fabric, I used a dark blue wash. Then for shits and giggles, I decided to coat the rest of the body in that same wash. And then I promptly repainted all of the pieces of the figure that it ruined. I put a layer of black on the base itself to cover up any paint spillage, and it was done. Or so I thought. I finished off the figure by blending the gray and blue sections of his robe together. And I added a few highlights to the magic circle because that neon paint did not show up at all almost. To finish off the figure, I gave it a nice satin varnish. And once again, for shitties and giggies, I coated it in a wash. The body looks great. Yeah. the spell circle leaves a little bit to be desired. Alright, so I took some acetone to the front of the spell circle, and that definitely thinned out the paint a little bit. With a few sparing highlights this time, I think I fixed my horrible mistake. Thank God I finally have something to go with my mini made out of my own fingernails.